What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be going over the trophy case. Probably not going to be really quick because we got a bunch of trophies because we've done a bunch of dynasties, and the longest we did was SAU, which finished in the calendar year of 2019, but it was actually the 2018 season. So anyways, man, our first ever bowl win, or our earliest bowl win I should say, was with Prime U. It took us a while to get the bowl games with our other dynasties, but Prime U 2006, the Outback Bowl, we beat Purdue 45-36, and of course that was in year one. This is our offensive lineman award that we got with SAU. I believe we've only won this award with guys from SAU. I think we might have had a chance with the guy from Indiana. I'm not quite sure. Returner of the year, that's Jones from Jackson State. He was an absolute monster back there, like no lie. Anyways, man, quarterback of the year 2007, that is with Eastern Illinois Panther. That's Lindsey. He was one of our best quarterbacks ever to start off a dynasty. Then Bishop with Kent State. Man, we've done so many dynasties. Then the MAC championship, we 7-2. It's a MAC championship game, so I wish that they had who we played, but hey, it is what it is. Returner of the year was Jones from Jackson State. You know what I'm saying? That's how we do. Coach of the year is Kent State Golden Flashes coach. Didn't give that guy a name. Big Ten championship with the Hoosiers. That's right, 6-2, and that was in year number 2. Offensive lineman of the year is with Felder from SAU. Then going to the Motor City Bowl. This is with Kent State. Kent State, we beat Illinois by 4. We have a long history with Illinois on these dynasties. Some of our first ever wins, like with Eastern Illinois, was versus Illinois, and so on and so forth. And that was a classic. That was an absolute classic. The NERC award goes to Bracey. Is it Austin Bracey? I want to say from SAU. We had a string of linebackers at SAU that was just phenomenal. I believe this is Prime U. Yep, Capital One Bowl, Prime U 24-22. This is our second season, January 1st, 2008. So end of the second season. And then the Rose Bowl with the Hoosiers. We beat Texas A&M, who we're going to be playing in our national championship game. Hopefully I can get that out today. If not, I will see you on Monday. You feel me? Then moving along, receiver of the year, Austin Cooley, ATU. I think I can go on the record as saying that he was our best receiver ever. And it could also just be that I fed him the ball so much, because his talent level to the rest of the squad was kind of like Calvin at Georgia Tech. Like, Georgia Tech didn't have a bad team, but Calvin Johnson's talent level was just so high, and that's kind of was the case there. MAC championship yet again with the Golden Flashes, and then Jim Thorpe Award with Dunlap. One of the few corners that has won it. Dunlap was a corner for Eastern Illinois. He rocked number 6. He won the Thorpe Award, and we just breed Thorpe Award winners. We already checked out the MAC championship. Big Ten title yet again, 7-1. That's what I'm talking about. I wish they had the year here too. Oh, it does say 2008 on the top. You're stupid, Miles. You're stupid. Moving right along. Coach of the year. Yes, gave myself. It wasn't you, Dion. It was your boy. Okay, Jackson State Tigers Coach of the year. Okay, Dion, watch out. Watch out. And then Maxwell Award winner went to Kirkpatrick of the Golden Flashes. He was our quarterback. And then receiver of the year goes to Jones at Jackson State as well. Jackson State had a pretty quick rise, man. And then he also won the Heisman. We were not national championship ready, but he was such a beast, punt returns, kick returns, and receiver, that you had to give it to him. It was like with the RG3, like Baylor wasn't up for a national title, but they did beat Oklahoma for the first time in 100,000 years. And then obviously the way that he played, I remember the beginning part of his season talking about RG3, that he had more touchdowns than incompletions. That's stupid, man. That's stupid. But Jones was kind of in that same area where, we weren't the greatest team in the world, but he was an absolute phenom out there. And then we got another one for Kirkpatrick from the Golden Flashes. Those two were my surprises. I did not expect those two to win the Heisman, especially as soon as they did. But they done did their thing. Jim Thorpe Award with McNamara, Indiana Hoosiers. Our first one. Yeah, our first one at Indiana. Coach of the year, Golden Flashes yet again. Quarterback of the year, Kirkpatrick from the Golden Flashes. And then the Walker Award goes to Ashley. Corey Ashley Indiana. We should have another one of those. It is what it is. Another Big Ten title from 2009. Maxwell Award goes to Ashley of the Hoosiers as well. Motor City Bowl, again, Kent State being FIU. MAC Championship 2009. We went 8-1 that year. Big Ten title 2009. And then a Rose Bowl. Indiana, we beat USC. And then we got another Pac-10, our first Pac-10 with ATU. We went 7-1 that year. And then linebacker of the year is Schneider from SAU as well. So again, SAU was like the linebacker. Chuck Bernard is Thorne. I'm trying to remember from Prime U. Thorne, linebacker. He had to be a linebacker, right? I'm thinking. I'm not quite sure. Schneider, another one from SAU right there. Receiver of the year, Austin Cooley. Obviously, that man was Aaron Cooley. Did I say Austin earlier? Aaron Cooley. I hope I said Aaron earlier because I kind of said it a minute ago. Now somebody's like, it's Aaron, dude. It's Aaron. You don't even know your own series. You right. Eastern Illinois. Another offensive lineman of the year. So it's not just SAU, but we got one with Eastern Illinois. Doug Walker Award with LeBron James, just joking, but James of the Panthers. He was solid. He was really, really solid for us. Chuck Bernard Award with Ryan Fry. I remember him from ATU days. And then Thorne from Prime U. Yeah, linebacker. Yeah, I thought he was a linebacker at Prime U. Quarterback of the year goes to Lindsey. That's what I'm talking from Eastern Illinois. Then the Emerald Bowl, you're going to see this a bunch with SAU. They did us dirty. Because we were an independent squad, they did us dirty. For years, they did us dirty. 56-17 over UNLV. It was ridiculous. We would be the number 4 team in the nation and play like an unranked UNLV team. It was absolutely stupid. Lindsey, Maxwell Award winner, Coach of the Year, Kent State yet again. They did not expect us to do anything. When they don't expect you to do anything, then you know that you're going to win Coach of the Year if you win your conference title and you have a pretty good season and are ranked. So this would be year 4, I want to say. Year 3 maybe for Prime U. Prime U, I think, is the only dynasty where we went to bowl games every single year, and we beat Michigan 34-22. Orange Bowl with ATU, we beat NC State. I think was that the last game with ATU? Was it versus NC State? No, I think we went a couple more years after that. And then the best place kicker goes to Charles Johnson, that's his name, Charles Johnson from Indiana Hoosiers, 2009. Jim Thorpe goes to Battle, also of the Hoosiers, SEC title with Prime U. You see it. Maxwell Award goes to Turner of Prime U. And then we got another Big Ten title with the Hoosiers. And then we got tight end of the year, converted receiver to tight end, Chad Johnson. We have never recruited good tight ends. We just never done it. We have just never recruited good tight ends. He is our greatest tight end in Dynasty history on this channel, and he was a receiver, but he was so flipping big, kind of like you could put Chad or maybe T.O. at you could put them at tight end. They're better outside, out wide, but they bulk up 10 pounds. They could play tight end probably. So yeah, and it wasn't like we were grinding and pounding. It wasn't like we were grinding and pounding too much. Like we would, actually, I take that back. We would. He would do a lot of his work outside. I formation, throw that thing deep. That was my bread and butter back then, and he was just a beast. Doug Walker goes to Larkins. That's right, Indiana Hoosiers. Then Cooper from SAU, one of our the best running back that we've had on this channel. He was the first one to do serious work. Cooper. Can't forget about Carter. Carter was good too at SAU. He just didn't get the accolades that Cooper got. But can't forget about my boy Carter. Thorpe Award goes to Hadley with Prime U. And then quarterback Turner from Prime U. We were just racking them up. Maxwell Award, Cooper from SAU. 2010 is when you can see we get things going. Championship with the Indiana Hoosiers, 2010. This should be Cooper, Heisman Trophy winner. I'm loving it. Holiday Bowl with ATU. We beat Texas. So I think we have one more bowl game with ATU. I think, if my memory serves me correctly. SAU, again, a Sugar Bowl. And yes, happy to be in a Sugar Bowl, but we were playing like unranked Missouri, I believe. 61-10 was the final in that one. Fiesta Bowl with Prime U, 38-3 against Oregon State. National title, Prime U, 13-1. You see it. National title with Eastern Illinois, 12-1. You see it. And Fiesta Bowl, that's right. This was a good one. 62-56 versus USC, an instant classic. And then this one, Prime U and Oregon State. Already saw that one. Big Ten title, yet again, 7-1 with the Eastern Illinois Panthers. And then Fiesta Bowl with the Hoosiers. We beat NC State. And then back-to-back national championships with Eastern Illinois. You see it. So lovely. Bass from Prime U wins the Thorpe Award. Then receiver of the year is Everett of Prime U as well. ATU, perfect season for the Pac-10. Perfect, in-game conference record right there. SEC 8-1 with Prime U, and then we got the Heisman with Gardner, our quarterback at Prime U. And then moving right along, another Thorpe Award, this time Davis, ATU. Like, we know how to win the Thorpe, okay? We know how to win the Thorpe. SAU, Foster, rocking number 27, one of our first Thorpe Award winners, because obviously SAU was my first Dynasty ever on this channel. Linebacker of the year, Bonner from SAU. Running back, Ross from ATU, and then Lombardi with Walker, who was a running back. He was a running back that we moved to defensive end, and he was a beast. I would also, when we went 3-4, he'll be that stand-up, outside linebacker, you know what I mean, kind of like a LT, because the Giants, they would use LT all over the field. A lot of people don't realize that, but they would. But yeah, so that kind of Kevin Green, that edge rusher, Von Miller type deal. But yeah, absolute beast time of the year yet again, Chad Johnson. And then Benerick Award winner goes to Bonner of SAU. Quarterback goes to Boyd of Eastern Illinois. Then we got that Orange Bowl, Prime U versus Miami, 24-14. And then Maxwell Award winner was Boyd, obviously, Eastern Illinois. Stand up. SAU against San Diego State, Emerald Bowl, 63-14. ATU in the Sugar Bowl. This was a better game, 35-31 versus Virginia. Sugar Bowl, Eastern Illinois, 34-31 over Oregon State. National title for ATU. National title for Eastern Illinois. 2011 is usually a good year for us. Conference USA champs with Jackson State. Those Tigers. Those Tigers. Jim Thorpe Award with Williams from Jackson State. Thorpe Award, Foster from SAU. We win that trophy a lot. Chad Johnson, SAU, and then Jim Thorpe Award with Dortch of the Indiana Hoosiers, one of our recent ones. Another offensive lineman. Yeah, Conception. There we go. I knew we had one from Indiana. So one from Indiana, Eastern Illinois, 2 from SAU, Conception. The Walker Award, Hargrove was another guy from SAU that just got the job done for us. Benerick Award, Foster from SAU, Fiesta Bowl, Indiana Hoosiers, put hands on Florida State. That's how we do. Thorpe Award, Dortch, your boy Dortch got another one. We are just, it's the name, Dawkins. We know how to play DB, baby. Jackson State, perfect record in the Conference USA regular season. I keep on messing that up. Like Conference USA schedule, well, perfect in schedule, in conference. Perfect in conference. Win the championship as well. Big Ten title for the Hoosiers, 8-0. So yeah, we went like a 2-3 year gap without getting a Big Ten title with the Indiana Hoosiers. Inside Bowl with SAU beat Toledo. And then Sugar Bowl, Jackson State, we beat West Virginia. And then Coach of the Year with Jackson State. You see it. What up, Dion? It ain't you, it's me. Garza Award with Gibson from Jackson State. So I won that a couple of times. SAU, Rutgers, 63-17. Rose Bowl, 2018 Rose Bowl for the 2017 season. We beat Ohio State in our first big-time bowl game. Thorpe Award, Thomas of SAU. I believe he's a back-to-back winner for that. A trophy, at least 2-time winner. Finner, SAU. He was a monster. Yes, he was. He did have a big drop, though. He did have a big drop because that's 2015 right there. So we got 2018 there, 2015. So 1 year, I believe we played Ohio State twice in big bowl games. One was in Louisiana, so that would have been the Sugar Bowl. And he dropped a pass that would have extended the game, but it was on 4th down. It is what it is. You're still a great receiver, Fenner. Yeah, but hey, it is what it is. Another Emerald Bowl, SAU 52-21 versus San Diego State. And then we get that back-to-back national championship with SAU from 2007, 2018. There goes the 18 trophy. There goes the 17 trophy. Fiesta Bowl right there with SAU. And that's that. Those are all of our trophies, man. All of them. I think we might get another one of these, though. Be on the lookout. Indiana taking on Texas A&M National Championship game. I will try my best to get it out for Sunday. If it won't be Sunday, it will be Monday the following day. So again, please forgive me. But we got a lot on this channel. Your boy, I love me some football, but we got to do some other things too. And it's really football related. We got the top 15s now in 2001. Got the receiver one, should be coming out this week at some point. and then do the defensive one, and then maybe do like an overall one to see who was like the best in that game, and then move on to Madden 2002. Still got some rebuilds, having a rebuild in a couple of weeks, but we will do another rebuild. And of course, we got SIU. We have Indiana, and we got Colorado A&M going heavy on this channel. Anyways, that is going to do it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Peace, love, hot sauce.